Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, we're going to be working on stick boxing. So we're going to be using a double stick. Alright, stick boxing goes along with knife boxing. Essentially what we're doing is we're combining the art of eskrima with boxing, Western boxing. And when you do that, let me just go on record and say the way that I teach it, knife boxing is actually easier. This is a little strange because the way I teach eskrima, I always tell people that learn the sticks first because it's easier. Even if what your goal, what you want to do is with the knife is a lot more advanced, it's harder to learn, so start with the sticks first, create a foundation, and then move your way up, earn your way to the knife. That's what I always say, right? But in this particular case, because it's stick boxing, it's not just stick fighting, it's stick boxing, it's knife boxing, the boxing part. Because of that, the sticks actually is harder. And the reason for that is because it's boxing based. So, coming from here, then the weapon that you're going to be using, the closer it is to this, the easier it is going to be. So in a knife, just because it's more compact, it's going to be easier than a stick that's like this long, has the length, the weight, the leverage. It makes it harder, makes it more awkward. So in this video, I want to help you guys out. Okay, so the first thing is the stance. You're going to have to bring your arms up like this. I think it's pretty natural. If you say to someone, hey, we're going to do it boxing style, I think people are going to naturally do something like this. So this is fine. You just bring your dukes up, all right? Make sure that one side is to the front, okay, instead of like this. Okay, make sure that, because then if you're like this, it's going to be, how do we know which one's your jab, which one's your cross? We're not going to know. So, have one side to the front like this. This way you'll be able to transfer the boxing techniques easier. So from here, one of the things I definitely emphasize is make sure that you include this punch right here. This is, I showed it many times before. This is our straight blast. This is our version of the straight blast punch. Yes, it's very JKD. Yes, it's very Wing Chun, but still incorporated into the boxing, into the stick boxing, okay? So when in doubt, you can always just go back to this. All right, so from here, what we're going to be practicing is we're going to first throw our jab, okay? So we're going to go bang, like this. So this hand in the front is going to be the jab arm. So bam, just like that, okay? Boom. So even if I tilt, lean my weight in there, the arm just comes out like this, okay? Just bam, like so. Notice there's no twisting, no turning, just straight like this. And I'm punching with my knuckles right there. So bam, that's my jab right there. So from here, we're gonna go 1, 2, and then power jab, okay? So 2 jabs, and then number 3 is a power jab like so. So one more time, 1, 2, and then 3. So on number 3, I am now fully turning. I'm turning, and I'm still hitting with these 2 knuckles right there. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's your combo right there. The main thing is, I want you guys to see the difference, is that the first jab and the second jab, there's no turning of the wrist. And then the third one on number 3, the power jab, I'm turning. Okay, so that's your first combo. The next one, we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to throw the cross over here. Boom, like this. 1, 2, and 3, like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, and then 3 comes in right here. If you want to change this to a power cross, you can. You could go 1, 2, and then turn it. All right, 1, 2, and then turn. You're going to turn this one all the way, and once again, you're drilling these 2 knuckles into the target right there. So 1, 2, bam, or 1, 2. If you really see that opportunity, then twist and do the follow through right there. Okay. For the next combo, we're going to go jab, cross, and notice it's not a turning cross, and then number 3 is my hook right here. So I'm doing a hook, and notice how my wrist turns and everything. boom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, just like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, shh. 1, 2, shh. 1, 2, shh. Okay, so the reason why this one is straight, I want this quick because it's connected. Bam, bam. Number 1 and number 2 are connected. So 1, 2, and 2. I don't want to do the power cross because if I did, it's going to kind of mess me up with my hook coming in. So bam, bam. You see how this is a circular motion and it links to that right there. Boom. And now I could throw my hook right there. So it has to be pop, pop, pop right there. You don't want to go 1 and turn this. Now you kind of like, it's choppy there. And then if you turn your cross and then you turn this, it's just way too slow. So 1, 2, and 3. You got to know when to do the follow through. All right, when to do the follow through and when not to. If you look at a tough man boxing or even a street fight, everybody wants to throw the big haymaker. Everybody wants that. If you look at a professional boxing bout, the pros know how to make use of the lesser punches very, very effectively. So they can just go pa, 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 pa. All right, so the key point is you want to be like a pro boxer. You want to be able to make use of the lesser strikes and then set up for the big ones. You don't want to just be throwing just the big strikes all the time and you're wide open and then it just turns into like a lucky shot can go either way. All right, so the next part to help you become less awkward with stick boxing is right now what we're doing is we're concentrating on this right here, okay, on the fists. So when I'm throwing, boom, boom, whether it's this way or with a turn, either way, I'm thinking of the knuckles. And this is very important, okay? Most people who train with weapons, most people who train with sticks, they either don't know it or they completely forget about it. So it's good that you practice because just because I'm holding a weapon doesn't mean that my knuckles are gone now. They're there. They're there. And now they actually have weight in the hand. Okay, so I could actually use that to my advantage. So if someone closes the distance on me, I could still punch. You can't forget that. Okay, so anyway, keeping that in mind, the other thing to do now is even though what we're doing is the boxing here, we could still hit with this area of the stick. Okay, it doesn't all have to be here. So I could still throw my jabs, boom, but now with here, bam. All my focus is here, not over here. So I'm going bam, bam, bam. So my jab, instead of going boom, boom, boom over here, with this is now here. Okay, so I can go bam, bam, bam right here. And here's my hook right here. So 1, 2, hook right here. And then I could come in and this is my cross right here. Okay, so I am focusing on the tip of the stick right there. So I could mix it up, all right? But for right now, just focus on using this part and still using boxing type strategy, boxing type technique. So I'm still going jab, 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 even though I'm focusing with here on the tip of the stick right here, jab, jab, hook, cross, okay? I'm still focusing on here. These are boxing moves, all right? It may not look like boxing. Just think of it as like there's some boxing methods where they're very, very tight. They're very tight like this, okay? Super, super tight. But there's also the ones where they're more open, okay? So they throw the hook, and they're a lot more opened up this way. And they have like kind of like they're trying to be more deceptive with the arms, man, like this, you know, and they might be fighting you with a lot open arm like this rather than super tight like so. So think of it that way. But once again, I feel like it's very important and good for you to mix it up. So you can have this very, very open type like this, and then you can switch it also to this. And then go back to this. You see, when I have a little bit more distance, I open up. When I start to get closer, I start to get tighter. So it only makes sense. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.